You may begin.
Sizzle, sizzle, your bacon breakfast hiss as you cook it on the stove. Your dog barks in eager dismay as he wishes he could have a bite. This is a common occurrence in the States, and I know I've experienced it many times. Of course, you can find this familiar situation happen all the way in Japan, too. But what they hear during this daily routine may surprise you. Toro toro, they hear as the bacon simmers, and wah wah as the dog begs for a slice. Surprisingly different, isn't it? We all started our lives learning these onomatopoeia, moo, ba, scratch, scratch, and they seem innate as we use them in daily life. I think it's safe to assume that this goes for all nationalities, though the onomatopoeia they learn vary greatly from ours. This is especially true for the Japanese language, as they have onomatopoeia that go far beyond that of English, describing more than just noises. These mimetic or imitative onomatopoeia can be classified under the Japanese terms gyogo, Daigo, and Gyogo. Gyogo is a set of onomatopoeia that helps describe the movement or motion of a person, animal, or object that has the characteristics of either. If you would please refer to your pamphlets and turn to the inside of the first page. Here you will see a list of Kitaigo as well as a visual aid. Gyogo. And a visual aid is provided. As you can see, a girl is napping at her desk, uto uto. And you'll see sutakora and gotara. And the descriptions listed seem very specific, yeah. If you'll please flip the pamphlet over now. I've never heard English onomatopoeia as specific as those listed here. And it's amazing how many more there were listed on the Tofugu site where I received all of these definitions and lists of onomatopoeia. They were all Shun specific, some only varying slightly in what they were describing. But others were very unique, describing concepts that I would never think of putting a sound to. I'm not sure how they managed to think these up, but as Nihongo Pera Pera, a book describing onomatopoeia in Japanese, onomatopoeic words should describe what strikes your fancy about a thing, rather than the most important aspect or specific quality of the thing. The Japanese language seems to take this to heart. Though there may not be a specific noise emitted by these movements and motions, the Japanese language instead focuses on the most important aspect and most memorable quality. This is especially evident in Kitaigo, whose concepts never emit a single noise but are still described using onomatopoeic phrases. Kitaigo. The standard definition of onomatopoeic words is that their acoustic structure should fit their meanings, as you can find in the semantics of onomatopoeic phrases. Kitaigo rebel against this, as they are used to describe conditions and states. If you would please refer to your pamphlets again. As you can see in this visual aid, the girl is fanning herself, mushi mushi from the sansan, heating up the building. If you wish to find more onomatopoeia such as these, you can go to the Tofugu site. It gives a list so diverse and long. It's very educational, very interesting. Now, if you'll please set down the pamphlets. Not one of these conditions or states make a single sound, yet there's a unique onomatopoeia used to describe it. Imagine staring at a poorly paved road and thinking to yourself, dekoboko. Now, imagine how difficult it would be to enter a language without such specific onomatopoeia, after being able to use it to perfectly describe what you are thinking and saying in daily life. Frustrating, right? It gets worse, though, as gyogo are left unexpressed, despite knowing the exact onomatopoeia to describe it. Gyogo includes onomatopoeia that describe feelings and emotions. These are not just kissing noises, mind you, but noises to describe anger, embarrassment, joy, etc. They are very specific variations of these feelings as well. If you'll please refer to your pamphlets again. The girl in the picture was obviously a bit nervous and could be described as kyo-kyo, though it's dependent on the situation. In English, she could also be described as moji-moji. In English, these would both be described with a vague an or a, unlike these clearly defined onomatopoeia. Going from extreme clarity in description, using only a single word or phrase, to entering the realm of English must be extremely challenging in regards to self-expression. Now if you'll please flip the pamphlet over. The Japanese language has such a large variation of unique and specific onomatopoeia, using them not only to describe noises, but also concepts such as emotion and an object's current state. As the Tofugu site says, it's like adding color, flavor, or texture to what you're saying. These concepts fall under the three Japanese terms, Gyogo, Gitaigo, and Gyogo, must allow for such acute understanding within the Japanese language. I'm sure that there are other languages similar in this regard, maybe some that students here speak. So, as one of these students may struggle to properly express themselves, please understand that they know exactly what they want to say, just in another language.
Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you.